Hi, I'm Beverly Hosford and this is Andy. We teach anatomy, body awareness, and movement to fitness professionals and massage therapists all over the world. Today I want to share a really simple technique with you that is using balloons to help you learn anatomy more effectively and in a much more applicable way. If you don't have a balloon like this one, these are clown balloons. They're the kinds that the clowns blow up and they turn into animals. If you don't have these, you can use a rubber band. They are both great tools because just like your muscles, when they get stretched, what does the balloon want to do? It wants to shorten. And that's what your muscles do. When your muscles get lengthened, their natural inclination is to shorten and bring the bones back together into a more neutral position. So the balloon is a great representation of muscle actions, and it will help you to understand what each muscle does once you know where the muscle lives. So the only other thing you need is an anatomy book, or if you have a really good knowledge of anatomy and muscles, you'll want to know where the insertion points are of each muscle, and then you can begin studying. Now, Andy is a great tool to have for studying anatomy, but don't worry, if you don't have an Andy, you do have a skeleton right under your skin, and you probably know a lot of other people that have skeletons under their skin. So as long as you know your insertion points, you can find them. It's a little easier on Andy because he doesn't have anything blocking his bones, so he's easy to find the bony landmarks on, but you can certainly find them on your own body as well. So let's go over one muscle really quick and I'll show you how this works. So the muscle we'll go over is external oblique. It's one of your abdominal muscles. It attaches to the last several ribs, generally ribs 5 through 12. And so if we find that attachment point in our anatomy book, and then we can look at it on Andy with the balloon, and then the other side of the muscle goes into the linea alba, which is a band of fascia that comes straight down. So the external oblique comes into that band of fascia. It also comes into the iliac crest and into the pubic bone. So I have a second balloon here because the external oblique has a lot of attachments, so we can kind of get an idea of the span of it, how it wraps around into the linea alba, down into the pubic bone. Now, if you don't have an Andy, you can find your own ribs with your balloon and come to your linea alba, and my external oblique is very stretched out right now because I'm 6 months pregnant, but that doesn't change the way the muscle works. So we've got the ribs, the linea alba coming down, and because I have on a black shirt, it helps to really see the muscle. And then it comes down to the iliac crest, and it also comes down to the pubic bone. And so what I teach my anatomy students is you don't need to learn all of the actions and exercises and all these different things. Memorization can get really overwhelming when you're learning anatomy. Instead, just learn the attachment points, because once you know the attachment point of the external oblique, now I can move my body to see how can I get the balloon to stretch and how can I get it to shorten. So I can see that if I rotate to the same side, this balloon is getting stretched, and if I rotate to the opposite side, the balloon is getting more slack on it. I can also look at the fibers that run into the iliac crest and see why external oblique is such a good lateral side bender. And it's pretty simple to see that the external oblique helps with trunk flexion or crunches. It's a great muscle for all types of abdominal exercises. So get out your anatomy book, find a balloon or rubber band, and look for the attachment points in the anatomy book, and then find them on yourself or on a partner, or if you have access to a skeleton like Andy, that's a great option too. If you want to do more anatomy studying with Andy, we have an online video course that you can check out. Just visit the link and go see what you think. And if you have any questions, please send me an email. Thanks for joining us today.